Ladies and gentlemen, Simon Says here, your man in the booth for Just Wrestling 6, the final battle. And we are far from our final battle, as match number 2 is about to be underway.
August Artois versus Jacob Walker.
August Artois, Cleveland, Ohio. Trained in the WWNTC under Francisco Chiazza.
Jacob Walker, Polk County, Florida. Trained under the legendary Dory Funk Jr. at the Funkin' Dojo.
Folks, the powers that be here at Just Wrestling have paid my handsome fee to be an unbiased commentator and analyst. However, no promises for this one. Our officiant, Donald Splitter, has chosen our next 2 contestants indiscriminately. In one corner, you've got a very skilled young man straight out of the Funkin' Conservatory, Jacob Walker, and in the other, a man I respect professionally and love personally, my nephew, real and raw August Artois. A clean break there. And you see August there shaking it off with a little of his patented bravado. Goes for the swoop in, looking for an ankle pick. Another tight lockup between these 2 young bulls. And August now pushing the taller man into the corner. Referee looking for another clean break, and August responds with a couple of condescending chest slaps of his own. I've got a feeling this isn't going to be a catch-as-catch-can match. Not a lot of holds exchanged, but it may surprise you. August has been overseas, picking up a couple of things from his contemporaries in the UK. Artois forsaking, grabbing an arm hold for a knife-edge chop, and now these 2 exchanging shivers. Forearm flippers, another knife-edge chop from Artois, and Jacob Walker responds with a thunderous one of his own, sends Artois reeling to the corner. Walker now taking it to August Artois with a barrage of forearms to the face. Our official gets between them, and another giant blow to the side of the head of August Artois sends him into the corner. Avalanche clothesline. Another Irish whip to the opposite end. Ooh, sir, may I have another? He's got him with the face lock, hook for a vertical suplex. Could it be? Look at the power. A stalling suplex sends August crashing down to the mat. And there's the first cover. 1, 2. No, not enough to keep the real and raw one down. Now, folks, I just have to pontificate on one thing. Both of these guys are highly trained, well-conditioned athletes. But right now, here at the Crypt Pro Wrestling Training Facility, it is a closed bay door with 100-degree weather outside, well over 100 degrees inside. Both of these guys were drenched. Artois with a roll out of the way, and a middle rope missile drop kick. There's a cover from Artois, 1, 2, and Walker gets the shoulder up. These guys were glistening, dripping with sweat before the bell even rang. Artois now very intelligently cinching in a chin lock under these heated conditions, trying to stifle the ability for Walker to take a breath. And folks, color me surprised, because in a rare sportsman-like move, Artois willingly relinquishes the hold, now sending Walker hard into the opposite turnbuckle. Oh, and look at the cockiness from August, slapping his hands together as if to say, easy breezy, lemon squeezy. Another chop to the chest. We saw these guys exchange those earlier. And one more for you. How does that feel, Jacob Walker? Whip into the corner, but Walker was ready for it. Up and over on Artois, and a giant boot. Jeez Louise. August may have lost a tooth there and almost a 3, but still not enough for the victory for the man from Polk County. And there's our first show of unsportsmanlike behavior. Walker blatantly choking Artois. Just a few moments ago, we saw August release, willingly, a chin lock on Jacob Walker, and that's what he gets for his troubles. But hits the big man with a jawbreaker and a famouser. A face plant. Goes for the lateral press. 1, 2, no! Look at the frustration on the real one, the raw one. What's it gonna take in this 100-degree plus weather to put the other man down? Sends him into the ropes. Walker with a duck, and both men duck from Artois. And they meet in the middle, taking each other down with a double colliding clothesline. The referee, Donald Splitter, now gonna execute a 10 count. If neither man, either by knockout or exhaustion, can meet the 10 count and get to their feet, this will be our very first draw for Just Wrestling 6, the final battle. August staggering to his feet, Walker using the rope, and there's a forearm from Artois, and a response from Walker. These guys are reeling. They gotta be exhausted, not just physically from the pain, but also from sucking wind in these hot conditions. Artois rattling Walker with a few forearms, and Walker not afraid to show, despite being classically trained by Dory Funk Jr., not afraid to show he'll kick a man in the face. Beautiful textbook butterfly suplex. Goes for an unorthodox cover, and no, August Artois denies Jacob Walker the win. You can see now, ladies and germs, the rest of our Just Wrestling 6 competitors trying to will Walker and Artois on. They know they too will have to compete in these harsh conditions. Walker on his feet, goes for another boot, but Artois been kicked in the head too many times to let the trifecta happen, and a lung cracker puts Walker down. Stick a fork in him, he is what? I genuinely thought that was it. Holy cow, I can't even begin to fathom where Walker pulled the intestinal fortitude out to kick out of that cover. And in a bit of frustration, August Artois doesn't care what part of Jacob Walker's anatomy he strikes with those open hand strikes. A big up and over, and August there. He has learned from his opponent's offense. We saw the up and over earlier. There's the duck, and a giant lariat sends Artois into next week. There's the two. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe what has just transpired here at Just Wrestling 6. The young man, only 6 years in the wrestling business, has just pinned the FIP World Heavyweight Champion, August Artois. Folks, this could be the biggest upset of this young man's very fledgling career. And I'm even more surprised by this enormous show of sportsmanship from Artois, even raising his opponent's arm. What a match!